America is not Canada. And Canada never, ever will be part of America in any way, shape, or form. Look, we didn't ask for this fight. We didn't ask for this fight. But Canadians are always ready when someone else drops the gloves. So the Americans, they should make no mistake, in trade as in hockey, Canada will win.
That was Mark Carney, who the Liberal Party has selected to be its leader. Mark Carney will go on to be the Prime Minister, at least for a short period of time. Elections will then be called in Canada, where Mark Carney and the Liberal Party will go up against the right-wing Conservative Party. Some call him Maple MAGA, led by Pierre Poilievre. Expect those elections soon. But tonight was all about celebrating Mark Carney's ascendancy as the leader of the Liberal Party of Canada, replacing Prime Minister Trudeau. Let me show you the moment that Carney was selected to be the next leader of the Liberal Party and thus the Prime Minister. Here it was when he got 85% of the vote within his own party to be the leader of the Liberal Party in Canada. Watch this incredible moment. Let's play it.
In first place, the next Prime Minister of Canada, Mark Carney, with 131,674 votes, resulting in 29,457 allocated points, representing 85.9% of the vote.
Now, for those wondering, Mark Carney's background is he was the governor of the Bank of Canada. He led Canada through the financial crisis in the early 2000s, so a perfect person to be leading the Liberal Party right now and leading Canada right now. He went on to be a governor of the Bank of England. This is someone who's got real financial chops, unlike that fraud running the United States right now, Donald Trump. Now, let me share with you some other key moments of Mark Carney's acceptance speech. Let me play this clip for you right here. Let's play it.
Is trying to weaken our economy. But there's someone else who, if he succeeds, will weaken our economy. It's Pierre Poilievre. Pierre Poilievre just doesn't get it. He is the type of lifelong politician, and I've seen this type around the world, a lifelong politician who worships at the altar of the free market despite never having made a payroll himself. And now, in the face of President Trump's threats, Pierre Poilievre still refuses to get his security clearance. At a time when our national security is under threat as it has never been before. At a time of immense economic insecurity, he would undermine the Bank of Canada. Monsieur Poilievre.
Here's another great moment right here.
It's ideology. It's ideology that betrays what we as Canadians value, each other. It's an ideology that also represents a fundamental misunderstanding of how the economy works. Now, unlike Pierre Poilievre, I've actually worked in the private sector. I know how the world works, and I know how it can be made to work better for all of us. And that knowledge is especially useful now in the service of Canadians when we must build a new economy and create new trading relationships. Let me tell you something else that we know that Pierre Poilievre doesn't. We know that markets don't have values, people do. And we know as liberals that it's our job to make markets, to make the economy work for all Canadians. These are the most powerful tool we've ever invented. They can find solutions to our greatest problems. And when the private sector, when the markets are governed well, they deliver great jobs and stronger growth faster than anything. But markets are also indifferent to human suffering, and they are blind to our greatest needs. So when they're not governed well, or not at all, they will deliver enormous wealth for the lucky few and hard times for the rest. And in this crisis, we must help those who are hit hardest by the American tariffs while we build our strength here at home. That's the right thing to do. That's the fair thing to do. That is the Canadian thing to do. That is what makes us strong. So Donald Trump thinks he can weaken us with his plan to divide and conquer. Pierre Poilievre's plan will leave us divided and ready to be conquered. Because a person who worships at the altar of Donald Trump will kneel before him, not stand up to him. Pierre Poilievre's slogans are not solutions. His anger is in action. His division is in strength. Division won't win a trade war. Division won't pay the rent or the mortgage. Division won't bring down the price of groceries. Division won't make Canada strong.
Powerful stuff. And here he is talking about the Liberal Party being united. Let's play it.
Stand up for Canada with me. 100%. Yes. Yes. Yes, Canada. Yes, Canada. The Liberal Party is united and strong and ready to fight to build an even better country. Now, I feel like everything in my life has helped prepare me for this moment. 2 months ago, I put up my hand to run for leader because I felt we needed big changes, but big changes guided by strong Canadian values. The values I learned at the dinner table from my parents, Bob and Verley, and my 3 siblings, Brenda, Sean, and Brian. Values that I learned at the hockey rinks of Edmonton from my coaches, such as Norman Lee. He exists. We didn't call him that to his face, by the way, but that was his. My parents were teachers, and they stressed the importance of hard work, of community, and of tolerance. My coaches were dedicated volunteers who taught me the importance of teamwork, ambition, and because it's Canada, humility.
Another great clip of his speech right here.
And because we're masters in our own home, we can control our economic destiny with a plan that puts more money in your pockets. A plan that will ensure your government spends less so Canada can invest more. A plan that builds millions of homes. A plan that makes us an energy superpower in both clean and conventional energy. A plan that creates new trade corridors with reliable partners. A plan that creates one Canadian economy, not 13. Because in Canada, we are stronger when we're united. We can give ourselves far, far more than Donald Trump can ever take away. But it will take extraordinary efforts. It won't be business as usual. We will have to do things we haven't imagined before at speeds we didn't think possible. We will do it. We will do it for the common good so that everyone benefits. You know, I do care about the economy. But it's not because I'm an economist. It's because I care about people. That's why I'm a liberal. That's why we are liberals.
And this is how Mark Carney concluded his speech. Another very powerful moment. Let's play it.
But when we're fighting for a strong economy, we're fighting for good Canadian health care for everyone. We are fighting for strong support for our seniors who built this country. We are fighting for child care for young families that they put in place. We are fighting for dental care and pharma care for everyone who needs it. We are fighting for rights. We are fighting for a strong economy so we can create a more sustainable world for our children and grandchildren, and we will deliver. Well, thank you. I know that these are dark days. Dark days brought on by a country we can no longer trust. We are getting over the shock, but let us never forget the lessons. We have to look after ourselves, and we have to look out for each other. We need to pull together in the tough days ahead. And so, to those families watching this evening in Fort Smith, in Edmonton, and across every community in Canada, I promise you this. Together, we can and we will get through this crisis. We can and we will come out stronger than ever. And we will because Canada is built on the strength of its people. From our mines to our ports, from our logging roads to our city streets, we're strongest when we're united, when we're one economy, not 13, when we can cheer for different teams and still be on one team when it counts. When we come together, we build things that last because we are Canada strong. Vive le Canada! Merci tout le monde.
By the way, Mark Carney also delivered that same speech that I just showed you in French. I'm not going to play the French portion of it. I just played for you the English portion of it, but it was equally as compelling in French. I'll just say that. So now the next steps in the Canadian election process is Carney will take control. Then there will be an election that's going to take place between, all of the parties. But, I think whereas before the kind of right-wing Conservative Party was polling ahead, Prime Minister Trudeau's, I think, graceful handoff to new leadership. And I think Prime Minister Trudeau's done an exceptional job leading Canada through the chaos and tumult caused by the number one chaos agent, Donald Trump. But with this handoff to Carney, most of the polls in Canada basically showing like a 20% plus reversal in where the polls were. Now the Liberal Party is the favorite to form a new government and to lead Canada, which would make Carney the prime minister after the election as well, not just for the short period of time before these elections are going to take place. Of course, you know, here at the MeidasTouch Network, we're going to be covering those Canadian elections. We're going to be covering it every step of the way. The MeidasTouch podcast is the number one podcast in Canada, and this network is the number one YouTube channel in Canada. And it's an absolute honor to be there with all of our Canadian supporters and followers and the Maple Mighty, as we like to call everybody out there, or the Meidas Maple. You choose which one you like the best. A powerful speech by Carney. Great to watch. Everybody hit subscribe. Let's get to 5 million subscribers.
Can't get enough Meidas? Check out the Meidas Plus Substack for ad-free articles, reports, podcasts, daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, and more. Sign up for free now at MeidasPlus.com.